free will and predestination can't be separated from each other, but treated as a one single concept in our Islamic perspective. Surely Allah knows what choices people would make, but they still have the free will to make these choices for themselves, so they are not obliged to take any kind of decision involuntarily. That's why people would be rewarded at the day of resurrection according to their beliefs and deeds, as Allah says, "Whoever does the smallest good deed shall experience the result of it, and whoever does the slightest evil deed shall experience the result of it." So if there were no free choice for man, God's judgment would be totally unfair, but it's exactly the opposite. Your Lord does no injustice to his slaves, so you're totally free, but under the supremacy of fate and God's will. Allah also says, "But ye will not, except as Allah wills, for Allah is full of knowledge and wisdom." This is predestination in Islam, but we may find some misunderstanding upon it, as we may find people who stick into free will and ignore fate and vice versa. These misconceptions may be a result of an extraneous culture, either philosophical or religious. Allah knew that Cain will kill Abel even before the incident, because Allah is the omniscient. And when Cain did so, he wasn't obliged, but was completely free to commit the sin. So knowing the unseen doesn't conflict with free will. The incident wasn't only anticipated by Allah, but was of something beyond anticipation, which is the full knowledge of all things. He is the first and the last and the apparent, and He is the knower of all things. Allah also says, "With Him are the keys of the unseen. No one knows them but He. He knows what's in the land and the sea. No leaf ever falls but that He knows about it, and there is no grain in the dark layers of the earth, or anything fresh or dry that is not recorded in a manifest book." And I remember when I was studying American literature at college, which was a really interesting subject, I was exposed to a non-Islamic concept of predestination analogous to the misconceptions we are dealing with today. We got young Goodman Brown and some extract from a sermon called "Centered in the Hand of an Angry God," with an outlook upon Puritans and Puritanism. And the Puritans were a Christian fanatic sect that appeared in the 16th century who wanted to reform and purify the church and make it much more Protestant. They had their own concept of predestination, that man had no control about his own life. Everything is predestined. And they thought that there are some elect who can go and ascend to heaven, such as the rich, and being poor is a sign that you will go to hell and God's wrath will surround you wherever you are. That's why I was inspired to make a video to talk about our own Islamic concept of believing in fate, which is one of the pillars of Islam. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all are doing great, and see you next time.